Hey guys, Jake from Evolving Daily. I guess instead of getting up every 3 minutes and stopping and starting, I could just make a big long video and trim out the pieces for each. I don't know. So in a prior video, depending on how I upload these, I was talking about how today's the good old days. And man, that's a good thing. Evolving Daily and More Flush Podcast and all, check out on all the platforms, I think. I have been into prepping or trying to be a little bit more prepared. Really, another tangent. A few years, 3, 4, 5, something like that. One thing that's nice is more people are starting to get into it. It would seem to me. It's becoming a little bit more mainstream. Probably in part because of some big disasters and because some people are actually realizing, hey, that's probably not a bad idea. But with that comes some good things and bad. So more companies are producing long-term food storage and water purification, water storage and all that. The bad thing is, if there's a profit to be made in any industry, somebody's going to make it. So let's talk strictly about food preps, because that's what everybody wants to talk about is food and ammo. And they're important, but boy, there's some other shit you really should be thinking about. So let's say there were 3 big companies and they all kind of had their lane. Then it goes not mainstream, but I really believe it has become more popular. So then prepping, we'll just say, explodes and it gets more popular. Now there are at least a dozen big companies I can think of off the top of my head. We're just talking food storage right now. The bad thing is, some of those companies are going to be in it just strictly 100% for profit. And I don't blame them. Make your fucking money. However, some of those companies are making profit by any means. They're putting dog shit, not literal. Maybe they're, I don't know. But they're putting horrible product in their food. A lot of their calories are just sugar, which I'm not getting on a kick about how sugar's evil and blah. It is, but we're not getting on that kick. But they just throw in sugar and rice and all this bullshit that you can buy a whole lot cheaper, but they put it into their 3-month supply. So that way that on the label, the calories go way up. So you think, man, I'm getting a really good deal here. For $1, I get, making this up, these numbers are way off, because I'd have to look at my book from the last time I went on a buying spree. At this company, I can get 100 calories per dollar. Most of the other companies, it's 60 calories. Well, that's because this company, you're getting 34.9% of your calories from sugar and or rice. And this company, you're getting only 10% from sugar and rice, and the other percentages, you're getting fiber and more protein and more fats, blah, blah, blah. You're getting a lower quality product that you could do it yourself easier. You could go with company B that you get less calories per dollar because there's not all the sugar in it. And then you can just get you a 50-pound sack of sugar, put it in 5-gallon buckets with oxygen absorbers and say, fuck you. And you can do that for pennies. Pennies. So with the growth of any industry, there's going to be good and bad. And unfortunately, you've got to do your research. I've found a couple companies out there going to get into a 20-minute tirade. So if you're doing your own research, God, that's another thing. Ugh. See, this is what happens when I don't pre-plan. Like, I plan all my videos. They're 90% of them. I write down a thought, talk about it. But this one, like, goes a million different directions. This is why you should listen to the podcast, the More for Less podcast, because if you want to hear 2 hours worth of just word vomit, it's there with me and at least one other guy. So whenever I say something like a transduction splittomeyer and you don't know what that means, well, he won't know what it means and he'll ask me and I'll explain it to you. And guess what? Here's the secret. It goes in your butthole. Anyhow, this is getting stupid. There's a fire. Fuck, it's hot. Sitting right here. I'm going to make another couple videos and they're going to be just as shitty as this one. Yeah. Oh yeah, thrive and survive and all that stuff.